In today's Daily Dose of Math, we are answering the question, what is the difference between the x-intercepts of line 1 and line 2? To do this, you have to be able to find the zeros of a straight line. Sometimes they're handed to you, sometimes you have to do some calculations to find them. I'm going to do several examples, but example 1 is going to be the easiest and fastest. In this case, line 1 is right here, and we have been given its x-intercept, it's 0, which is -4. And line 2 is down here, and we have also been given its x-intercept, or 0, which is -2. We have to find the difference between them, which means we need to subtract. -4 minus -2 is equal to -4 plus 2, which is -2, but we can take the absolute value of that and say the difference is 2. And yes, when you count along the number line that is the x-axis, you can see there is a difference of 2 units between these two intercepts. If I do it backwards, -2 minus -4 is the same as -2 plus 4, which is +2. I don't have to do any absolute valuing. I can see right away that the difference between them is 2. That is example 1, and yes, that was rather straightforward. So I'll make an example that demands a little bit more of you, and I'll be right back. Here in example 2, we have line 1, which has the point 25 on it, and the point -20. Line 2, we're given the equation. When we want to know the difference between the x-intercepts, for line 1, the x-intercept happens to have been given to us. -20 is the x-intercept. For the x-intercept of line 2, I have to plug y equals 0 into the equation. I'll start with that. 0 equals 1/2 x minus 2. If we solve for x, we have to be finding this x-intercept. Moving the 2 to the other side, it becomes positive. And then multiplying both sides by 2, my fraction cancels, and I have x equals 4. So the x-intercept for line 2 is 4. The x-intercept for line 1 is -2. 4 minus -2 equals 6. The difference between the x-intercepts of these two lines is 6. Okay, now I'm going to put another example, and I'll make it a little bit less easy this time. Okay, so we're ready. In this case, we know 2 points from each line, but we were not handed the equation, we were not handed y-intercepts or slopes. We have to do more work than usual here, but all of the steps we have to do are basic straight lines manipulations. So slope formula for line 1, y2 minus y1 is 4 minus -1. Over x2 minus x1 is 3 minus -4. This gives me 5 over 7. We have a slope of 5/7. Then, if we plug into the form y equals 5/7 x plus b, a point we know. I'll choose 3, 4 because I avoid negative numbers that way. So 4 equals 5/7 times 3 plus b. 4 equals 15/7 plus b. b is going to be equal to 4 minus 15/7, which is 13/7. I have my y-intercept. My equation is y equals 5/7 x plus 13/7. Now I need to find the x-intercept because that's what we're looking for, and I get that by replacing y with 0. X is going to be equal to -13/7 divided by 5/7, which is -13/7 times 7/5, which is -13/5. Or if you wish, -13/5. 2.6. I have my x-intercept. It takes a little bit more space on the page than the other ones, but each step is a basic, straightforward, straight lines manipulation. I'll do line 2 over here because I'm running out of room. I have these 2 points to put in my slope formula. So y2 minus y1 is -1 minus -3. And then x2 minus x1 is 3 minus -2, which gives me 2 over 5 2/5. My equation is y equals 2/5 x plus something, and I want to know what that is, so I plug in one of the points. I'm going to choose 3 -1 because it has less negative signs. -1 equals 2/5 times 3 plus b. b is equal to -1 minus 6/5, -11/5. I'll double check that one. -1 minus 6/5. Yep, -11/5. So I have my y-intercept, I have my equation. Y is equal to 2/5 x minus 11/5. Finally, again, I'm really short on room here. I'll do it up here. My difference between the two x-intercepts is 13/7 minus -11/5. Messy. Really not good at drawing 5s today. That's the same as 13/7 plus 11/5. I'll be lazy and just do it in the calculator. 13/7 plus 11/5 is 4 2/35, or if you prefer mix improper fractions to mixed numbers, which I do, 142 over 35. Wow, that's a messy fraction. Or, if we wish, the decimal version rounds to 4.06. Of course, this difference between the x-intercepts thing must be seeming really routine and easy by now, because it always was simply a subtraction of two numbers. You just have to be able to find the two numbers they're asking you to find the difference between and subtract them. That is today's Daily Dose of Math. Please like, subscribe, and share.